we go. So just your weights today. That should be good. Okay. Let's start with those stretches to warm up the body. We're gonna open your knees, cross your ankles, just rest your palms on your knees, guys, and just go ahead right into that neck roll. Really important to just kind of take your time, kind of just like letting some of the bones in your neck, your cervical spine just start to get a little bit of movement. So don't rush anything. Relax your shoulders. And then whenever it feels good, you can go ahead and just take the reverse, strap your chin all the way down, reach your head all the way back. Rolling each ear to each shoulder. And again, just kind of like taking your time, just feeling, where things might feel a little tight. Let's do one more. And then lift your head up. All right, we're gonna go for that spinal twist. Left hand to right knee, right fingertips back behind you. Sit up tall first. Draw your belly button in to kiss the back of your spine. And then just take a slight rotation. Take a nice big inhale. And then a big exhale. Twist a little deeper. And then one more inhale. Grow tall. Exhale, twist a little deeper. And then gently unwind that. We'll do the other side. Right hand to your left knee. Left fingertips behind you. Sit up really nice and tall. Draw the low belly in and up. Let's always find engagement in the core when we rotate. And now twist on your exhale. And then again, you'll inhale to sit up tall. Exhale to twist deeper. One more. Inhale to sit up tall. Exhale to twist a little deeper. And then come back to center. Right palm down, we'll go for that side bend. Left arm comes all the way up and over, let your right elbow slide down, and then take a nice big stretch to the right. So left arm reaches all the way up and over left ear. Let's hang out here for a second. Try to push down into your right forearm to kind of lift the space on your right side waistline so you can get a really nice big stretch to the top of the waistline. And then we'll slowly take it back up to center. Other side, left palm down, left elbow down. Right arm's gonna reach all the way up and over. Ooh, this feels good. You're gonna try to stretch your right hip into the mat, pull the bottom waistline up away from the mat, and stretch through your right fingertips. Activate all the way to that right middle finger. And then we'll come all the way back up. Let's just leave it there today. 2 nice solid side bends. So we're gonna grab those weights. Where are mine? Here they are. I tell you to get your weights, but I don't get mine. Okay. We're gonna come to sit. We're gonna start seated today. So we'll do toes at the front edge of the mat, knees in a nice generous bend. And then we'll do arms out in front of us. We'll do palms down. Sit up tall, right on top of your booty bones. I want you to draw your low belly all the way in and up away from your thighs. And we'll just start with that half roll down. So you'll tuck your tail. You'll start to scoop the tailbone underneath you. You'll come down just to like a halfway point. Just that point where you get a little bit of that shake in your low abs. Knit your ribs together. Pull your belly button away from the waistband of your pants. And now take an inhale and then exhale. You'll start to round it back up. Tilt your pelvis forward and try to come up to a tall seated position. Inhale at the top, exhale, tuck and roll. We're gonna roll it back. We're gonna find a scoop of the low belly, trying to close and connect hip bones to lowest rib points. Arms stay high, inhale. Exhale, peel it up. Just a nice slow warm up for those lower abdominals. One more time. We're gonna tuck and roll it. So that deep scoop. Now here's your fun part. You're gonna pull your low belly in to lift your right leg to tabletop. You're gonna scoop the low belly deeper to lift your left leg to tabletop. Let's do Pilates stance. So it'll be feet, toes apart, heels together. Knees open about shoulder distance. And now just take little circles with your arms. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause the arms. Lower your left foot back down. Lower your right foot back down. Draw the low abs in and peel all the way up. Try to keep those arms up. Sit up tall. Inhale. Exhale. Tuck and roll and scoop the low belly to come back down to that hold. This time lift the left leg first to tabletop. Then lift your right leg to tabletop. Heels connected, toes apart, knees turn out. And if you can remember what direction you did, try to do the other direction with your circles. Here's 5. Here's 4. 3, 2, 1. Hold it here. Lower the right foot. Lower the left foot, deepen into your lower abs, come all the way up. All right, guys, hold it here. Let's give those arms a little moment. We're gonna zipper our legs together now. So toes, knees squeezing, and we're gonna flex the feet. So our heels are kind of digging into the mat. Let's stretch our arms back out, and we're gonna do palms up. And we'll tuck the tail. We'll roll down to that deep scoop of the low belly. And now from here, start to carve your arms up as you sit up tall. So I'm gonna reach the weights to the ceiling, lift my waistline, and then I'll tuck the tail. I'll carve my arms back down in this wide V. Hands will come like right to the sides of the knees as I scoop down. And then I'll lift the arms up and I'll lift tall. And then we'll tuck the tail, scoop the low belly in, and we'll scoop it down, keeping a nice curve in the low back. And then we'll lift, we'll tilt the curve up, sit up tall, and then we'll carve the arms down, low belly pulls in. And then we'll lift, squeeze the inner thighs. And then we'll scoop, deep scoop of the low abs when you come down. And then we'll lift the arms, shoulders melt down. And then as our arms come down, think of carving them through water. And then arms up, carve the arms up, sit up tall. And then exhale, carve the arms down. You got one more, ladies. Pull the low belly in, carve the arms up, lift your heart. And then carve the arms down, hold right here, palms down. And now feet down, squeeze your inner thighs and roll all the way down to your mat. All right, we're gonna go ahead and ditch the weights. We will come back to them. All right, arms down by your sides. Slide your knees into your chest. We are gonna go right into the hundreds. So take a nice big inhale. Exhale, curl your head, neck, and shoulders up. Let's just turn the toes out. So knees are still into the chest, heels connected, toes apart. And then you can send your legs out to your tabletop or all the way out to your high diagonal. Choose. Lift your arms up about halfway up your thighs, and here we go. Start to pump your arms down, down. We go inhale, and exhale. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, breathe, and exhale. I want you guys to really think of filling up the backside of your ribs into the mat with air on the inhale, and then on the exhale, really expelling all of that air out. And then pump your arms a little quicker, a little faster. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, can you lower your legs a little bit? And then exhale. Inhale, can you lower your legs a little smidge more? Lower abs are gonna start to turn on as we hold it here. Inhale, and exhale. 3 more, inhale, big breath. Exhale, pull your low belly away from your t-shirt. 2 more, inhale, reach those arms and legs long. And exhale. Last one, inhale, guys. And exhale. Pause your arms, parallel your toes, flex your feet. If you can, lower your legs all the way down. If not, just bend your knees into your chest. Lift your arms up as you lower your head. Whew. All right, guys, we're gonna go right for your roll up. Inhale. Exhale, peel your head up off the mat, peel your shoulders up, and peel the rest of your spine all the way up and over to that high seated position. Round your spine, and then roll it back. You know this one well. Now we're gonna take it a little faster today. Inhale, exhale up. Faster does not mean sloppy, right? So I still want you to think about being as precise as you possibly can. So as I start to roll back here, not just letting my upper back go, but really curving and curling the tailbone into the mat so that I can get as precise as I can, one bone at a time on the way down. Let's do 2 more. Exhale up. Lift the rib cage up and over. Find that capital letter C. Lift both sides of your waistline. Exhale down. Last one. Inhale up. I said inhale, and then I exhaled. Inhale at the top, exhale down. Whatever feels natural to you, really. All right, arms come down by your sides. Hug your knees into your chest. We're gonna go right into coordination. We've done this one in the past. We'll see if you remember. Bend your elbows. Palms will face forward. You can pick up your weights if you have them nearby, totally just an option. Elbows wrap in by your sides. Curl your head, neck, and shoulders up. So I want you to try to keep your triceps pushing into the mat for the entire exercise. And now as I press my arms down to the mat, I'll extend my legs out to a high diagonal. Hold it here. So again, that hollow hold through the low belly, and then I'll open and close the legs once, and then bend your knees in, and then bend your elbows. Again, we'll inhale the legs out. Try to hold the inhale, and then open, close. Let's do it twice this time. And then exhale, bend your knees, bend your elbows. So it's gonna be an inhale, hold the inhale, 3 times. 2, 1, exhale, bend your knees. So there's your exhale. Bend your elbows. Again, 4 times. Inhale it out, curl up deeper. Here's 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. Bend your knees. Bend your elbows. Curl a little higher. Last one, 5 times. Inhale it out. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. Bend your knees. Bend your elbows. And then lower your head. Whew. All right, we're gonna go right into your roll over, right? So we did the roll up, we're gonna go roll over the head. We've done this one before. We're gonna scoot forward a little bit. I always think it's best to just kind of find yourself towards the front of your mat with this one. All right, knees into your chest to start. Let's push the palms and the triceps down into the mat. So we're gonna need a lot of energy through the arms, through the upper body here. So not just only palms and triceps, but think thumbs and pointer fingers, like really pushing the inner parts of your palms down into the mat. Now let's keep the legs here parallel and pointed. Stretch your legs out to that high diagonal. So immediately hugging the ribs together and pulling the low abs in. And then with control, start to lift your hips up, push down into your arms, lift your hips all the way up and overhead. So we're gonna try to come to that horizontal position with our legs parallel to the ground. And then you'll open about shoulder distance with your feet, flex your heels. And then as you roll your spine down, you can kind of like circle the legs out a little bit, and then they come together at the bottom point, zip together, lift it back up. Try to find length and space through the bones in your back as you hold here. And now open, flex, roll it down, zip the legs together, point and squeeze, lift it up, push down through your pointer fingers and your thumbs. That's the hard part here. Open and flex, roll it down, legs come together. Last one, up and over, hold. We're gonna reverse it here. So we'll stay pointed and together. We're gonna roll the spine down, then we'll open and flex and lift back up. So now we're open and flexed at the top. And then we'll zip together, point. Roll the bones down, open and flex at the 45-degree angle, lift back up. So you get some movement here. Squeeze and point. Roll through it, some flow. Last one, flex and up. Squeeze and point together. And now slowly roll the bones down with control as you go. Legs come to 45 degrees, bend your knees in. Whew. All right, so a little movement for your spine there. All right, guys, moving on. Let's go into your rolling like a ball. So rock yourself up to the top. Heels connected, toes apart. Grab onto the front of your shins, your ankles. Hold your heels towards your bum. We're gonna float the heels off the mat. Just a gentle float, knees about shoulder distance, elbows high and wide. I know we tend to slouch right here, right? Especially because we're like, ooh, I'm trying to be round. Let me kind of push my back. Instead of rounding to push back, I want you to lift up to round forward. So think of creasing forward over your ribs. That's really the challenge here. We're gonna rock back to the tips of the shoulder blades. Exhale up. Ooh. Try not to let the thigh bones move away from the chest. Inhale back. Exhale up. Woo. Try not to let the heels move away from the bum. Inhale back. Exhale up. So it all comes from the deepest abdominal pull, woo, and those lower abdominals that you can find. Try 2 more on your own. Staying round in the spine. Last one. Hold it here. Pause those feet. Try not to let them touch the ground. Now zipper your knees together. Let's bring the legs to a tabletop. We're gonna go right into your single leg stretch here. Both fingertips on top of your right shin, extend your left leg. And then you'll switch. And then switch. So just a little balance here as we switch the legs. Once you have that going, take your hands out in front of you, like you're trying to reach your fingertips to something. Yeah, arms long. Keep those legs going. And then you'll start to roll your bones down to the mat, one at a time. Now, even though your pelvis is rolling you backwards, I want you to still be reaching forwards. All right, now once you're at the bottom, you can hover your arms by your sides and continue those legs. We got right, left challenge, maybe hands behind the head, elbows wide. Let's go 3, 2, 1. Bend both knees in, lower your head. All right, moving right along. Double leg stretch. We're gonna go right into it. Take a nice big inhale. Exhale, curl it up, head, neck, and shoulders. We'll keep the knees squeezing together and the toes pointing today. So we'll send both legs out away. Arms go back. Hold, 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 and then carve your arms around, bend your knees in. So a little hollow hold in the middle. Inhale out. Exhale, arms around and in. Inhale out. Exhale, arms carve, knees come in. 3 more, guys. Inhale, hold. Exhale, pull the low belly in to drag your knees in. 2 more. Inhale, pause. Exhale, around and in. Last one, stretch long, inhale. Exhale, around and in. Lower your head. All right, scissors, inhale. Exhale, curl it back up to that Pilates curl. Let's send those legs up to the ceiling. We're gonna point and stretch our toes as high to the ceiling as we can today. Move your legs a smidge away from you. What you should feel is your tailbone anchoring into the mat a little bit more. Now reach as high as you can on top of your right leg and send that left leg halfway down. Remember, you can always keep a softness to your knees if you need, guys. You're gonna pull that right leg towards you twice. Pull, pull, switch and catch the left. Pull, pull, switch and catch the right. Pull, pull. Little in, 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 in. Now try to curl up deeper, but press your tailbone heavier and flatter into the mat. Draw your low abs in, 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 in. Now, once you get the hang of it, hover the arms, right? So the minute we take those fingertips out, definitely changes a little bit more work in your abs, right? Keep going. Final challenge, maybe hands behind the head, elbows wide, one behind the other. That's it, let's do 3. 3, stretch long, 2. 2, low abs in, 1. 1, bend both knees and lower your head. Whew, all right. Lower lift is next. We are gonna do some of those variations that we've been doing lately. Options, hands underneath your tailbone in that diamond shape for a little bit of support for your lower back. Thumbs and pointer fingers connected. If you feel like you need it, it's a little bit of a modification. You're still gonna get a lot of work. Otherwise, we're gonna try hands behind the head today. So one behind the other, elbows wide. Take a nice big inhale. Exhale, knit your ribs together, crease up at your breastbone for that Pilates curl. Now squeeze your legs together, point your toes. Both legs are gonna go out and low. And then both knees come in. So not quite that high diagonal, maybe a little lower. And then exhale, the knees come in. Now, if you have any sort of lifting of your lower back off the mat as your legs extend out, guys, that's a sign that you need to send your legs a little higher because your abdominals are just not ready for that point yet, right? So legs higher means more support for lower back, but still some core work. So the lower you take it, the more intense, your choice. 2 more. And in. Last one. And in. Now stay curled up, hold it here. Stretch your right leg out, but keep your left knee in. Now try to go up a little higher. Now stretch your right leg up to the ceiling and lower it down. Right leg up and lower. Right leg up and lower. Pull that right leg to the ceiling from the low abs. 2 more. And down. Last one. And down. Switch legs. Right knee and left leg out. Now send the left leg up and down. Left leg lifts. Left leg lowers. Try to draw a line with your toes on the ceiling. That's how much we're stretching out of that left hip. 3 more, guys. Down. Low abs pull in. 2 more. Low abs pull in. Last one. Low abs pull in. Hold this leg up to the ceiling. Now stretch your right leg up. Woo! Curl up a little higher. Pilates stance your feet. Heels connected, toes apart. Softness to your knees. Both legs lower. Both legs lift. Both legs lower, curl up a little smidge deeper, both legs lift. Whew. Now you guys know, same concept, the lower your legs go, the more intense for your abdominals, right? So only going as low as we can support our center core and keep our ribs closing in, our waistline closing. 2 more. Whew. Squeeze the heels, lift up. Last one, guys. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Bend your knees, lower your head. Woo. Rock your head side to side. Keep those muscles loose here. All right, guys, we got crisscross next, and then our ab series is done. Congrats, we're almost there. All right, again, I'm gonna take hands behind my head. Let's all do hands behind the head. I'll give you the modification while we're in it. Okay, so take an inhale. Exhale, curl your head, neck, and shoulders up. From here, send both legs out. I know, just hold it. Now twist to your right and pull your right knee in. Now send that right leg out, come back to center. Pull your left knee and twist to the left. And then left leg goes back out, come back to center. Keep going like this, and back to center. Out, and back to center. Modification, guys, both knees are in, right? And you stretch the leg out as you twist. Both legs are in the center, and then out as you twist, right? So your option, if you're hovering both of those legs out away from you as you come back to center, you're gonna feel way more of that lower ab work, your choice. Let's do 2, center, 2, center, 1, center, 1, center. Bend both knees in, whew. Lower your head, nice work, guys. Rock yourself up to seated. Let's go right into your spine stretch forward. I'm gonna take a sip of water. Got something in my throat, got a frog in my throat. All right, spine stretch forward. Again, no weights, we're gonna keep it light today. Find your feet mat distance apart. You always wanna pretend there's a wall right there at the soles of your feet. Flex your feet up against that imaginary wall. Sit up nice and tall. Soften your knees to get that tall spine. Now you can also imagine there's a brick wall right up your spine. So pull your shoulders back, your ears back even, so they stack over your shoulders, so that we have the back of our skull all the way down through the tailbone up against that wall. Stretch your arms out in front of you, palms down. Now I want you to find energy pushing down. Let's pretend there's a table right there. And you're gonna try to push the table down. Use that push down to lift up taller through the crown of your head. Inhale. Exhale, drop your chin, start to peel just your upper back bones away from that imaginary wall. Now, as you crease forward, imagine your spine stretching over that table and try to reach through the crown of your head past the edges of your feet. And then you'll draw your belly button back to that brick wall behind you and stack yourself up tall again. 2 more, inhale. Exhale, drop your chin, crease it forward. Reach away from that brick wall. Try not to let your shoulders hunch by your ears and stack yourself up. Last one. Pull the ribs up away from the hips, draw your belly button away from your legs. And now as you crease up and over that imaginary table, let the shoulders gently just kind of stay down your back. They don't need to come up by the ears. And then pull your belly button back to stack up tall. All right, let's take our hands behind our head. Similar movement here. This one's gonna be with that torso twist. So we've got our elbows in our peripheral vision, but relatively wide. Now use your hands to lift your skull so you actually grow maybe a little taller than you did before. And now drop your chin. Take that same spine stretch forward position. So you're gonna peel your spine away from that imaginary wall. Try to lift your rib cage up away from your hips. Keep reaching forward through the crown of your head, but then keep lifting those lower back bones away from one another. Now twist your upper body to your right. So your right elbow's gonna go up, your left elbow's gonna go down. You got a little twist in your spine. Now tuck your tail, rock it back, keeping that twist. So you got a little scoop of the low abs again, just like we started. Now twist all the way through the center to the left. Try to get that left elbow a little bit more back behind you. And now crease up and over your rib cage. Right elbow comes down, left elbow's up, you're still twisted. And now rotate back to center. And then stack up tall. Again, we're gonna move a little faster. We're gonna crease up and over for that spine stretch forward. Reach to the crown of your head. Twist your upper body to the left, left elbow to the sky. Curl your tail underneath you, chin out of chest, elbows wide. Tuck, 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 low shake, twist to the right. And now think of creasing up and over that rib cage. Tap your left elbow down, right elbow to the sky. Twist your upper body to that spine stretch forward position to the ground, and then roll those bones, stack them back up to tall. One more set of that, a little faster. We're gonna crease forward, reach the crown of the head forward. Twist to the right. Tuck the tail, rock it back, draw the low abs in, hold, get that shake, twist all the way to the left, crease up and over the rib cage, right elbow down, twist to the center, stack up tall, last one, inhale. Exhale, drop your chin, crease it forward, spine stretch forward, twist open to the left, left elbow up, tuck and roll it back, reach through your heels, draw your low belly in, twist all the way to the right, crease up and over, lift your abdominals away from your thighs here. And then face the ground, and then stack up tall. Woo! Lovely work, guys. All right, turn around. We're gonna go right into your swan. Let's do 5 in a row. And now we've done before, sometimes we'll do the prep with our hands underneath the forehead. We're gonna go right for the exercise today. So we'll do palms down on the mat, fingertips right around the line of your shoulders. Let's open the feet about hip distance apart. Forehead down on your mat. And now plug your elbows down towards your hips. Open your collarbone wide and wrap your elbows in close by your sides. Now again, think thumbs and pointer fingers, the inner parts of your palms really wrapping inward and down to the mat. Now draw your low belly up and in away from the mat. Try to scoop it in towards your spine. And we're just gonna gently lift the chest, your head, maybe a little bit of your ribs if you can hug them together. Open your collarbone wide. And then as you lower down, stretch a little bit longer onto your mat. So length is the name of the game here. Again, we're gonna pull the low belly in. We're gonna try to lengthen the tailbone down towards the back of the heels. And then we'll start to lift our chest up. When you feel like you can't go anymore, you can start to use those arms. Wrap your elbows in and pull the abdominals up and away from the mat. Shoulders melt down. Knit your ribs together. Try to pull your bones a little longer as you lower down. 3 more. So going for less compression in the lower back, guys, more length. It's definitely a challenging concept. So draw the low belly in deeper. That should give you the length in those lower back bones. Now start to lift your chest, but you gotta keep pulling that tailbone down. Now start to push into your arms if you can, only if you can. Keep knitting the ribs together and pulling the tailbone down and pulling the length. Lift your arms maybe a little bit more, hug your ribs together, shoulders have to pull down, and then you'll grow longer through the bones in your back as you lower. 2 more, a lot of things to think about. Pull the low belly in, push down through your palms, lift your chest up, knit your ribs together. If you can, start to extend the arms, but you gotta keep closing and zipping the lower body. And then lower down. 1 more, go for it again. We're gonna lift the low abs in. We're gonna start to lift the chest, push into the arms, knit the ribs together, melt the shoulders down, open the collarbone wide, and then lower down. Ooh, that's a lot of work for the arms. All right, guys, elbows are gonna come forward. We'll take our elbows right underneath the line of our shoulders, and let's make fists with our hands. This is gonna sound weird. You're gonna turn your fists towards one another and actually kind of connect your knuckles. It is a huge stretch for the top of your wrists that kind of goes all the way down the forearm. It does feel kind of nice if you're not used to it. Try it out, see what happens. So elbows under shoulders, knuckles are pushing together. Let's push our pinky sides of our hands down into the mat, and then let's zip our inner thighs together. So now, a lot of times we're kind of just hanging out here watching TV, right? This is not a watching TV pose. I want this to be an active pose. So you gotta push the space between your shoulder blades up to the ceiling and actively imagine pulling your heart forward. So you should feel a lot of energy in those arms. And then once you have that energy, draw your low abs in and up and wrap your inner thighs together. So a lot of work to hold this position. We're gonna call this your neck roll. So you're gonna turn your head to your left, look over your left shoulder, pull your low abs in, drop your chin to your chest. You're gonna roll all the way to the other side, look to the right, and then come back to center. Low abs still in, inner thighs still zipping, still pulling my energy forward. Now look to the right, look behind you. Drop your chin. Roll all the way to the left side, lift your head up, look center. 1 more set of those. Look to the left. Drop your chin, hug your ribs together, pull your low belly in, look all the way to the right, and center. Last one, look to the right, drop your chin, all the way to the left, and center. Ooh, just holding that position is tough, right? We're gonna do 1 more thing in this position, guys. Again, knuckles touch together, push your pinky sides of your hands into the mat, pull your heart forward, hug your ribs in, push the space between your shoulder blades up to the ceiling. Now zipper your inner thighs together. We're gonna hold our abdominals and our hips absolutely stable as best we can. Kick the booty twice with your right foot. So you'll kick, kick, and switch. Left leg, kick, kick, switch. Kick, 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 kick. So getting those hamstrings involved to kick your heels, but still working on stabilizing the rest of your body, right? So the vigorous kick should be challenging your center core stability. We got 3, chin up, 2, abs in, 1. Ooh. All right, lower down. We're gonna take the arms all the way back behind us, right onto the small of our back. This is our double leg kicks. We just did single legs. We got the double leg. 1 hand on top of the other. Rest your right face cheek on the mat, so you're looking to the left. And then just allow your elbows to kind of relax down to the sides. And now try to slide your hands up as high as you can up along your spine. It is a big stretch for the outer sides of the shoulders. And to wrap your inner thighs together, we're gonna kick the booty 3 times. We're still going for that stability in the torso, in the pelvis as the legs challenge that. So 3 solid kicks, here we go. Kick 3, and down, kick 2, and down, kick 1. Now push your shins down, lift your chest up, that same swan position, reach your arms back this time. I'm gonna separate my hands. Traditionally, we don't separate them. Let's do that today. So we're gonna reach our fingertips long, open your heart. And then lower down, hands stacked 1 on top of the other, look the other way. 3 kicks, kick 3, kick 2, kick 1. Push down, draw the low abs in, reach your arms back, lift your heart, reach your fingertips all the way back to your feet. Lower down, look the other way. Keep going, kick 3, kick 2, kick 1. Push down through your shins, reach back, open your heart, arms close to one another, and then lower down. Look the other way, kick 3, kick 2, kick 1. Push down, lift up, reach back. Wrap your inner thighs together, hold it here, guys. Draw your low belly and lift your heart higher. Try to pull your heart forward, reach your arms back. And now pulse your arms up, up, up. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Not done yet. Pulse your arms in and in and in. We got 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Not done yet. Take your arms out to the side. Hold it here. Now little circles, little circles, little circles. We got 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse it forward, forward. Lift your chest. We got 4, 3, 2, 1. Not yet. Hold. Now lift your legs up and separate your legs. Now take your arms forward. And now go for swimming. Kick the arms and the legs. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Move those arms, ladies. Inhale and exhale. One more. Inhale, reach through the crown of your head through your toes. And exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lower down. Whew. All right, sit back. Booty back to your heels. Stretch your arms forward. Take a nice big inhale. And a nice exhale. One more breath. Big inhale. And a big exhale. All right, guys, roll your spine up to seated. It's another water break for Kelly. All right, turn around. Lie down on your back. We're already at your shoulder bridge, guys. Moving fast today. We're gonna take it feet down, knees bent, arms down by your sides. We want to walk the feet a little closer to your fingertips. They don't need to be touching, essentially heels kind of like right under knees for most of us. All right, now push your palms down into the mat. Again, triceps, palms, thumbs, pointer fingers pushing into the mat, but collarbone opening wide. Now push down through your heels and your big toes. We'll just start with that nice smooth articulation. So start to peel your tailbone up and off of the mat. You'll find a really deep scoop to lift the tailbone up. Then you'll start to lift those lower back bones, then those middle back bones, then the rib cage, all the way up to your shoulder bridge position. Now really reach your fingertips for the heels of your feet. Try to push heavily down into your thumbs and your pointer fingers. Push into your heels and your big toes. Squeeze and lift those hips higher, and then knit your ribs together. And then start to push the rib cage down, roll it back down. Again, guys, getting very, very specific with one bone at a time, right? So the deeper scoop through the pelvis, the more you can roll through those lower back bones. One more time like that. Let's roll it up, peel the tailbone, draw the low abs in, knit and button your ribs together, push through your feet to lift those hips up high. So I want you to think hamstrings and glutes turning on to help you lift here, but core still very much closing and core sitting in the front of the body, right? So ribs not popping up. You want to close and connect the ribs. Very, very much so try to draw the tailbone down the back side of your legs. Now let's push down through the left foot and lift your right leg to tabletop. And then lower it down. Lift your left leg to tabletop. And then lower it down. Keep going like this. And now as you move through this, stabilize your hips, right? So hips want to rock and roll. I think I said this last time, if you guys can imagine a level right on your hips, like a carpenter's level, got that little bubble in the middle if you've ever seen it. That bubble, when it stays in the middle, shows that those hip bones are level. So we're going for that amount of stability. Ooh. All right, guys, we're gonna hold that left leg up. Right here, hold it up, left leg. Now, if you can, try to stretch both arms to the ceiling. And now lower your hips and press the hips up. Hips down, hips up. Now, when you took those arms away, that left hip probably sunk down. So if you can lift it up, wrap your right hip down, left hip up. Let's do 3, 2, 1. Press it up, switch feet. Try to switch with stability. Right leg up to tabletop, drop the hips. And up. And up. Guys, these are tough. Up. Right? So if those arms need to come back down, you take them back down. Let's do 3. Push through the left heel, 2. Push through the left heel, 1. Lower that right foot down. Lower those arms down. And roll back down, one bone at a time. Woo, tailbone hits. Hug those knees into your chest. Give yourself a little rock and roll on the lower back here. Maybe circle the knees. Other way. And we're into your side kick series. All right, guys, rock yourself up. And I did say no band today. So we're gonna do no band today. So we're gonna roll on to, let's start our left leg. So we'll sit down on our right side, right elbow down. Let's take your right hand to the base of your neck. Sweep your legs, guys, forward on a diagonal in front of you. So actually, before you do that, scoot your butt back so that your butt and your shoulders are in line with your mat. And now bring your feet forward so that the heels of your feet are kind of like right off the edge of your mat. So you have like a little bit of an angle. And now this top hip is gonna wanna fall back. We gotta rotate that top hip forward and try to reach that top hip away from top ribs. We get extra length through the top of the waistline. Left hand, guys, can either come onto the ground or behind your head. I'm gonna take mine behind the head. It's a little extra core work. Lift your top leg up, a little bit higher than hip height, and I'll flex through both feet. And try to imagine somebody's got your ankles and they're gonna pull both of your feet away from you. So you stretch through your waistline long. Now let's keep this left leg hip height, and we'll sweep it forward, and we'll point sweep it back. We're gonna flex it forward. We're gonna point it back. Squeeze your bum at the back. Flex forward, just 4 more. Point back. And I do want you to imagine, even though we don't have the band, right? Like imagine the resistance of the band as you squeeze your leg back. Same thing with the height of your leg, right? Keeping your leg at certain resistance, a certain height to keep tension in your imaginary band. Let's do 2 more. Flex forward, point back. 1 more. Flex forward, stick your butt out, and then point back. Hold it here. Keep the point in your toes. Stretch your leg really long. So my bottom waistline is almost lifting off of the mat. That's how long the top waistline stretches. Now take your top leg right over your bottom leg. Keep the point. Stretch those toes longer than the bottom foot. Now lift your top leg up just a few inches. Flex your heel and lower it down just a few inches. You're gonna point, stretch through your toes up. You're gonna flex, reach through your heel down. Now you can see my leg is moving like maybe 3 or 4 inches. It's not huge at all, but I have a crazy amount of energy reaching into my quad, into my heel, my toes, my leg, all the way up, right? So I want you to imagine that you got like 80 pounds of weight on that left thigh. 1 more, point up, flex down, how hard that would be to move, right? And I'll reverse it, flex your heel up, point to go down. We flex it up, just reversing it, and then we point it down. So at this point, if you're really kind of concentrating on creating your own resistance and working through this really heavy air, point down. You should feel a lot of heat here. Flex up, point down. Last one, flex it up, point it down. Now go back to your flex, hold it, reach that leg longer, and now let's do circles. We're gonna see like volleyball sized. We'll do 6. Low abs in 5. No rocking through the torso. 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep reaching through the heel, reverse the circle, volleyball size, and forward. We got 5. Keep reaching 4. Keep reaching 3, 2, 1. Now lift your leg a little bit higher than hip height, but draw your low belly deeper. Now reach with your heel a little bit more. Now don't let your hips rotate, just rotate your top knee to the ceiling as best you can. Rotate it back to parallel. So you're gonna wrap that left thigh bone back, your knee goes to the ceiling, and then you'll rotate your knee back to parallel. Just 4 more, ceiling and parallel. Try to find the magic, guys, in your glute, right? So your glute will help you rotate your thigh bone and then back to parallel. But core is keeping those hips absolutely stable. 3, 2, whew. Give me 1 more. Toes to the ceiling, toes back to parallel, hold it. Now sweep your leg back, pull your heel to your bum. So you're gonna try to kick your tushy, then pull your knee all the way into your chest, kick your heel forward. You can take that top hand down if you haven't already. Sweep it all the way back, bend your knee, pull your knee in. Once you get the hang of it, maybe that hand can come back behind your head. So this is like a bicycle kick right here. Knee comes in, heel goes forward, sweep it all the way back, but don't let your torso drop. Pull your heel to your bum, pull your knee to your chest, kick it forward. 1 more. And knee to chest, now reverse it. Try to kick the wall back behind you, sweep your heel all the way forward, bend your knee. Kick it back all the way forward, low abs in, bend your knee. So when your leg goes back, your chest wants to drop forward. You're gonna try to resist that and control that with your center. 2 more, all the way back. Full range of motion, guys. 1 more, kick all the way back. Then you let your leg sweep forward. Hold it here, bend your knee in. Place your top foot on the ground. Now, if you're having trouble placing your top foot on the ground, you can either take a light touch with your fingertips with your left ankle or drop your knee all the way to the ground. I'm gonna do foot. Lift your top leg up. Oh, sorry, bottom leg up. Bottom leg up. Flex through your bottom heel, and now we'll do a little inner thigh. So you're gonna pulse it up and down. Bottom thigh up and down. I want you to try as hard as you can to lift this bottom leg as high off of that mat as possible. So where your thigh is touching the mat right now, try to lift it up. Woo. Let's do 4. So inner highest most part of your inner thigh. 3 on that right side. 2. Hold it up on 1. Now little circles. Reach through your heel. High circles as high as you can. 5, 4, 3. Reach through the heel. 2, 1. Reverse it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now keep that heel high. Take your top hand to the mat, everybody. Now you're gonna keep that top leg high. You're gonna try to stretch your top heel to your bottom heel into your Pilates stance, keep your legs floating. So top oblique is gonna work to keep your legs floating, pull your low belly in, and now we're gonna beat the heels. Both inner thighs beating 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the legs. Woo. All right, guys, other side, good work. So no band necessary, right? To get some of that burn. We're gonna lie down on the left side, left elbow down, left hand to the base of your neck, and again, line your tush up first. So you want your bum in line with your shoulders. Then you can sweep your legs forward so your heels of your feet come off of the mat. Top hand to the mat or behind your head, whatever you feel comfortable with, lift that top leg up. And now before we even get started, flex through both feet, reach both heels really, really long. Take this top hip and stretch it away from your top rib. I'm gonna take my top hand to the base of my neck, press your head back into your palms, and I'll reach that front foot forward, point, and squeeze it all the way back. Ooh, flex forward, point back. Now this one seems easy enough, right? Just sweeping the leg forward with control and back with control, but can you start to take some focus into how much your body is leaning and moving with the movement of your leg, right? So the thing about Pilates is a lot of times we're distracted by the arms and the legs moving and we think it's a leg exercise, right? This is definitely toning and lengthening your legs. However, we have to always remember that it really brings it back to the core, the stability of your pelvis and your spine while your extremities move. Heel forward, point back. 1 more, guys. Heel forward, point back. Now take your leg right back over the bottom leg. Flex the foot again. Oh, sorry, keep it pointed. Reach this top leg a little longer than your bottom leg, right? Before we even move, let's find a lot of energy in this leg. So straighten through your knee. I'm already feeling a lot of work. Now lift your leg up just a few inches. Flex, lower it down just a few inches. Point, lift it up just a few. Flex, lower it down just a few, right? So it doesn't need to be big, but it needs to be incredibly energetic. So reach through your toes as you lift. Try to reach that leg longer. Flex, reach even longer through your heel as you lower. 1 more, point up. Flex down. Now keep the flex and lift it up. Point and stretch it down. Flex to lift it up. Point to stretch it down. Let's do 2 more. Flex, reach through the heel up. Point, reach through the toes down. 1 more, heavy air, flex up. And then point down, hold it. Now go back to your flex, reach that leg a little longer and go for those volleyball size circles. We go up and up. We got 4. Reach long, 3, 2, 1. Reverse it, up and back, up and back. Don't forget about that core stability. We got 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold your heel up, rotate your top knee to the ceiling, rotate it back to parallel. Rotate the top knee to the ceiling externally and then rotate it back to parallel. So again, just your thigh bone, the only thing that's moving in the hip socket. Woo! So that glute muscle and that quad muscle, the inner thigh is gonna help you to lift it and your outer glute and back of your thigh is gonna help you to pull the thigh down, right? Woo, one more. And then back to parallel, hold, sweep your leg back. So you might feel a little stretch in your quad in the front of your hip. Bend your knee, pull your heel towards your bum, and we're gonna start that bicycle. You'll pull your knee into your chest. You'll kick your heel forward. You'll sweep it all the way back, but don't let your body rock. Heel to booty, knee to chest, kick it forward. Low abs pull in as that leg stretches back, heel to booty, knee to chest, kick it forward. 2 more, guys. Keep moving for that flow. 1 more. Hold it into your chest, reverse it, kick it back. Try to kick the wall behind you, then reach it all the way forward. Bend your right knee, kick it back. All the way out through that hip forward. Bend the knee. All the way forward. 2 more. Woo. 1 more. All the way forward. Pause your leg right over your bottom leg. Bend your top knee, place your foot on the ground. So either foot modification knee, or just a light touch if you need a little bit of help to keep that foot there. Lift your bottom leg up, flex through that heel, and now lift it higher, and then halfway down. Squeeze the bottom leg up, and then halfway down. So we're going inner thigh on that bottom left leg. Ooh. Now if you really take your attention to that bottom of your left thigh and like how much it's on the mat, try to lift as much of that left thigh off of the mat as possible. So you get a really nice squeeze in the highest most point of your inner thigh there. Let's do 2 more. Up, 1 more, hold. Now circles, little circles high at that high point. 5, 4, inner thigh, 3, 2, 1, reverse it. Can you roll your top hip forward a little? We got 4, 3, 2, hold that bottom inner thigh up on 1. Take your top hand down for some help. You're gonna take your right heel to meet your left in the sky. Heels open, or heels connected, toes apart. Pilates stance, roll that top hip forward a little. And now both inner thighs will bead. We got 10, 9, both legs, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower both legs. Woo! Roll onto your back, guys. That was good. No bend necessary. Roll onto your back. Cross your right ankle over your left knee. And we'll take that 4-figure stretch. Right ankle over left knee. Push your right knee out just a little. That outer glute is gonna get a little, outer hip, outer glute's gonna get that nice stretch. You know you can always take this 1 step further. Pull that shape towards you. Grab behind your left thigh. And rock side to side. If that feels good, I'm gonna stay here today. And then switch your legs, left ankle over right knee. You can stay here, push your left knee out. You should feel outer hip stretch here on the left side. If that's not enough, pull that shape towards you, grab behind your right thigh. And then uncross your ankles, rock yourself up, grab those weights. So we targeted legs, we're gonna come back to the arms, come up to your kneeling position. And let's do knees about hip distance apart. We're gonna go right into your serve the platter. So you'll do palms up, guys. Find a slight bend in your elbows. Traditionally on the reformer, we usually start elbows pretty generously bent. We're gonna start it a little bit lower here today. So long bend in the arms, and just lift your arms up and resist them down. Exhale them up, inhale down. You don't have to inhale and exhale when I do, right? Just make sure you're breathing. That's all that I care about. You can breathe naturally. Whew. All right, so biceps, guys, a little bit of the front of the shoulders. At this point, both of you guys have been taking my class for 3 months now. So at this point, you might be like, this is easy, Kelly. Like, I got those biceps now. We're gonna hold those arms up. 1 more, hold it up. Little circles, 6, 5, 4, low abs in, 3, 2, and 1. Reverse it, check in with that center core. Low abs in, tailbone points down. 3, 2, 1, hold it, rotate your palms in and your elbows out. Now open the arms out and squeeze them in. Elbows stay high and squeeze them in. So my favorite imagery, right? Imagine there's a water up to your armpit level, right? So if you let those elbows sink down, they're gonna get wet. So keep your elbows high out of the water. 2 more. Knit the ribs together. 1 more, arms getting tired. Knit the ribs together, arms come forward, hold it. Now lift your elbows high, palms down, and hands close to your chest. And this one is actually called pond. You're gonna stretch your arms forward to skim the water on the top of the pond. You'll skim your arms out above the water and take your elbows back in. We're gonna squeeze the chest, reach the fingertips forward, stretch your arms long, and then bend it in. Ooh, it just got really dark outside. Arms forward, arms out, arms in. 1 more, arms stretch forward, arms reach out, elbows bend, hold it, reverse it, arms go out, squeeze your chest forward, bend your elbows, arms go out, squeeze your chest forward, bend your elbows. 2 more, arms out, squeeze, woo, and then last one, guys, arms out, squeeze the chest, elbows in, and take a moment, woo. All right, we're gonna go a little bit of triceps. I'll turn sideways, you don't have to. This is so you can see me. So we'll sit our tush back. This will actually be we'll call this a shoulder press first. Tush back, I'm gonna curl my toes under, it gives me a little bit more stability. Elbows are gonna come out to this like field goal type of position. Elbows up in line with shoulders, palms forward, and we'll just press the arms up and forward, and then bend them out to the sides. Up and forward, and out to the sides. Now try not to drop your chin into your chest. Knit your ribs together. When the arms go up, the shoulders help you press, but the shoulders don't need to really lift to your ears. That might naturally lift up slightly, but let's not exaggerate that. Just 3, and in, 2, and in. Last one, and down, arms down. All right, I'm gonna turn back forward, palms down, open your arms a little bit away from your hips, and we'll just press the arms out in a little semicircle. We'll push it high up and back, and then they'll come out a little bit as they come into the hips. So it's gonna be like a little semicircle out and back, arms go up high, and then they'll semicircle forward to the hips. Out and back, squeeze, and then forward. So the higher we press the triceps up and back, right, the more the back of the arms we target. Ooh. Also a nice stretch for your chest, right? After that shoulder press, chest opens. It's actually called chest opener. Chest opens, but triceps squeeze. We're gonna hold it back, ladies. Last one. Hold it up and back as high as you can. Now pulse your arms up, up, up. We got 5, 4, 3, 2. Keep it up on 1. Now pulse them in, in, in. This is it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo. All right, shake out those shoulders. I'm gonna ditch my weight. We're gonna go right into your side plank. You're almost done, guys. Let's take the left elbow down onto the mat, right underneath the shoulder. I like to set up with my knees kind of like at the front edge of my mat and my heels kind of back in line with my tush. Ideally, that should help you get right into the perfect position. So knees in front of hips, hips in line with the heels of the feet, and the left elbow in line with the hips and the heels of the feet. And now you can rest your right hand on your thigh, push down into your left forearm, push into your feet, lift up to that side plank, and just hold. If you want to do knees, ankles are behind you, and your knees are stacked instead of your feet. Reach that top arm up, and let's just reach the top arm over the top ear, and lift it up. Over the top ear, and lift it up. So we do get like a little bit of a stretch through that arm that we were just working. And lift, advance it if you can. Float your top foot, tap the elbow and the knee. Give yourself a little side crunch, and then stretch. Elbow to knee if you can, and then stretch. Otherwise, it's just the arm. Maybe it's just the hold. Roll that top hip forward. Woo! Let's do 3, guys. Stick with me. Let's do 2. Tap and stretch. Last one. Tap, stretch it over the head. Hold. Lift your top arm up, hold, and then lower your hips with control. Other side. Right elbow down, Remember, you want to line up elbow, hips, and that kind of like the heels of the feet. Find a long bend in your knees, but knees are slightly in front of hips. If we're going to take the knees, guys, ankles are all the way back behind us. Knees are in line with hips. All right, left hand on left thigh. Push down into your right elbow. Push into your feet and lift it up. Reach that top arm up. Roll that top hip forward and now stretch the top arm over the ear and lift it up. So take advantage of that little stretch through your lat on that top side and up. All right, guys, if you can, you're gonna add that crunch with the top leg. Elbow to knee and stretch. Elbow taps knee and stretch. Push away from that right elbow. So both side obliques working here. And stretch. 3 more. Tap. Woo! Stretch. 2 more. Tap. Stretch. Last one. Tap. Stretch it overhead. Hold it. Restack those hips. Lift that top arm up and lower it down. Ooh. All right, guys. Almost done. Come to your hands and your knees. We're gonna hit your front support. Palms nice and flat, fingertips nice and wide. Shift your shoulders right over your wrists. And then step your feet back, one at a time. Find your plank position. Just hold. Try to keep your gaze forward, guys, at the front edge of your mat. A lot of times we drop the chin in, and then we're kind of closing our air pipe there. And now straighten long through your legs. Draw the low abs in, find that corseting waistline. Now lift your right leg up, but try not to let your right hip drop. And now pull your left heel back once and forward. Left heel back twice and forward, switch legs with the left leg. Pull your right heel back, shoulders go behind the wrists, and then forward. 1 more back, 1 more forward, switch. Right heel up, pull back and forward. Back and forward, switch. Left heel up, back and forward. Back and forward. 1 more set, right heel up and forward. Back and forward, switch. Left heel up and forward. Back and forward. Put your left foot down, hold it. Drop your elbows. Woo! Lower abs working, guys. Try not to stick your tush in the sky. Lower your hips, pull your abs in, serratus push-ups. Squeeze your shoulder blades together and push up. Squeeze your shoulder blades together, your chest drops and push up. 3 more and up. 2 more and up. Last one and up. Hold it for 5. Hold for 4, 3, 2. Don't drop. Come up to your palms if you can. Hold. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2. Pike your hips up. Whoo, stretch your heels down. And you got your down dog here. Breathe. And exhale. Gently stretching your heels. Maybe a little deeper to the mat on your exhales. Lift one heel high. And switch. And switch. Give yourself a little stretch to the backside of your legs. Whew. And then lift both heels high. Start to walk your hands back to your feet. Let your heels just gently find their way down to the mat. Soften your knees. Let your arms hang heavy. Your head hang heavy. Find your feet really nice and solid into the ground. Maybe shift your weight forward and back a few times to find your weight centered. Take a nice big inhale. Exhale, let your arms hang heavy. Just let your fingertips scrape along the mat. Curl your tail underneath you. Stack your bones right on top of that tailbone. Roll your shoulders back, your chin up. Fingertips reach down to the mat. And you are done. Woo! Good job, guys.